my Gen X Rants Nation? I'm your host, David, and I'm back, and I'm 50 years old. I turned 50 this week. Oh, hey, speak up, Sonny. I can't hear you. I'm just kidding, folks. I am back. I was away for a little bit, had a bunch of obligations, had a little bit of travel I was doing, and it was my 50th birthday. So, hey, I thought I'd follow up. Today we're going to talk like as per below gaming and tech. We're going to talk about tech because they're combined this time. We're talking about the the ROG Xbox Ally X and the Ally. What is it? What does it mean? How much is it? I'm a Canadian, so we're going to talk from a Canadian perspective. In fact, I'm going to have some of my Tim Hortons coffee. Nothing like a double-double from Tim Hortons. Actually, I don't drink double-double. And if anyone knows what a double-double is, comment down below. Probably that's actually in North America, but maybe you're European and you have no idea. All right, folks. Something caught my attention this week. Somebody had said a couple weeks ago that GameStop had, or EB Games in Canada, had a little, what we call a little glitch going on, and they were challenging Xbox GamePass Ultimate and the price, because as you guys might know, those things are printed and they have a little funny thing on there that says the price. I don't know why they actually started doing that. They should have just sold the cards and maybe based them on what the current price is, like maybe put a sticker, but seems they put it on permanently, similar to how you could get, let's say, an Xbox gift certificate, like a dollar amount, $25, $50. But I'm gonna blow your minds. Ready to pick up minds? This is Canadian dollars. Look what I got, folks. Look, what's that price? Sorry, what's that price right there? Say $68.99 for 3 months of. See that, folks? Ultimate. What does that mean? Let's do some quick math. Right now, the current price went up. You suck, Xbox Game Pass, by the way. I've been seeing some pretty funny comedy videos out on that. It makes me laugh, a lot of shorts. So let's take that price, folks, $68.99. That's Canadian. That's like $10 American. Divided by 3. That is $23 a month versus, and there's no tax on that. So that includes tax. $23 for 3 months. And it's $33 plus tax right now. Folks, I got something else to tell you. When I think I shouldn't have done it, but it was an experiment. I went to EB Games, and I might have sort of found this card. And I said, wait a second, and I mathed it out. I talked to the guy. He was a little bit new. I said, do a lot of people come and buy this? Because these cards were hidden behind the 1 month. So they have the 1 month for $23 or the 3 months for $69, basically. And he said, no, not many people come in and buy it. I am new here, but not a lot of people are Xbox. So I wanted to confirm with you 100% that EB Games no longer has they are called point of sales, POS displays, right? That if you've ever worked in retail, you know what that is. So they get sent these like layouts that they have. They call them plans. You have to put the product up per the plan in every store. And I got news for you. The plan is PlayStation, lots of Nintendo. They have an entire wall, one little section of PlayStation, and they've relegated Xbox over to a little small little off the side display that's not on a wall. So that's EB Games. And I was like, what? But that's where I found this. Screw you, Xbox. I don't use foul language here, but screw you. And then, if I had the money, because as you know, I haven't been working for nearly 19 months. This was my birthday present. I would have bought another one to screw Xbox even more. And there were quite a few. So go to your local, if you're Canadian, go to EB Games. Go in there. Go to their little tiny Xbox section. And if you are still an Xboxer, buy one of these. Save yourself not only the tax, but $30 plus tax for 3 months. And guess what? when I did this, they had an offer for a free month if you set up automatic payments, which is way off in March or February anyway. So I said, sure, probably I'll cancel by then anyway. So I said, yeah, got a free month. So I got Xbox, Game Pass till March of next year. Boom, money glitch. Boom, money glitch. Boom, money glitch. Screw you, Xbox. All right, on to another thing that really caught my attention. And I'm going to share something here. And all props to Mr. Jacob Weeby. Go. You know, this guy's smart. He's really funny, but he sticks a lot of he sticks a lot of info dump inside a comedy, and I really enjoyed this. So go check out my man Jacob Weeby. Subscribe to the guy. I am not subscribed, but you know what? I subscribed. So Mr. Weeby had this video out, and
we at Xbox are sad to announce that you cannot play games on your Xbox console library on the new ROG Xbox Ally.
What? So I can't even play games that I have on my Xbox console?
Yes, only games that are on the Xbox PC library are available to play on the ROG Xbox Ally, in addition to other gaming apps like Steam.
Okay, then if you can't play games in your Xbox console library, then why are you guys calling it an Xbox?
Bingo! And I had a feeling this was going to be a problem. So in general, this is an Xbox, does not actually work because it is not an Xbox. What it is a cloud. You're either going to cloud game or you're going to have to get the Game Pass and only be able to play Game Pass games. So anything that was bought on your Xbox, so in your Xbox library, is not going to work unless it's already PC compatible or it can be cloud streamed. Keep on watching. Interesting.
This is just an ROG Ally with the Xbox symbol slapped on it.
Well, you can access the Xbox big screen mode on the ROG Xbox Ally.
Okay, you can do that on any Windows PC, Lenovo Legion Go, or regular ROG Ally. What does Xbox even mean anymore? You guys are really confusing this brand.
Amen to that, my man Jacob. Amen to that. The brand is lost, and I actually watch. If you go, I can't remember her name. I'll get it to you next time. I was watching one of the developers of the original Xbox kind of world, and they made her out like a bad guy when they were doing Gears of War, and they were launching that as a Xbox when it first came out. I think it was 360 came out with Gears of War. She stated the exact same thing, that you're confusing your brand, all these price hikes. It's like you want to die. And if everything is an Xbox, nothing is an Xbox. And I thoroughly agree with that. Let's continue.
And Xbox fans are scratching their heads trying to understand what Xbox will mean for the future. This handheld shouldn't be called the ROG Xbox Ally. It should be called the Windows Gaming ROG Ally.
Exactly. Thank you, Jacob Weeby, for telling the truth there within comedy. So I want to look into the Xbox and what it says. So going to good old ROG Asus's actual site. And by the way, it took me a year and a half to figure out how to get your Asus video game capture card working properly. And I'm gonna have a series, by the way, just coming up to let you info dump there. Can I game it? And can Dave still game? Because I'm 50, I'm gonna go through it because I do have a Retron. And I have, as you've seen, if you look at my shorts, I've got a game collection, some old school games, some retro stuff. So Retron can play NES and SNES games, so I can play everything I own from that collection. But I'm gonna choose like 3 titles each and see if I can still game it at my age, see how well I do. But also, let's just shrink this other one for now because I'm going on a little rant here. Also, there was an N64 I was been looking for, like equivalent. Retron was supposed to make an N64. They ended up backing out. But a company did this year in August release an N64 so it could do HDMI out. And that's a big process, like to get a good clean HDMI signal and still be able to play the cart. So I actually love N64. It kind of has a special place in my heart. I remember playing Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and just having my mind blown playing Super Mario, Mario 64, sorry, and a lot of like Pilot, all of that, Star Fox, and it really has let's talk about GoldenEye, right? Like, it has a special place in my heart. I know it didn't sell or do that well, but graphically, I think it was way ahead of its time. And I've been looking for, because it's hard to get the N64 to display clean. You know, you got to get a converter and the sound and all that stuff. And you want to kind of preserve your consoles, so you don't want to wreck them, right? So this is a little tangent side rant. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. They're all sold out. I think it's $250 US. Hopefully, when you consider to buy used is like $200, but to get that back, you could do HDMI out. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, let you guys know what's going on, and maybe, you know, if I finally get a job or this starts paying anything, I'll make that my goal to pick up a digital, basically a new, kind of like the Retron. Retron doesn't make that, but it's I think it has a 64 in its name. I'll get back to you on that. We'll do that. So back to that. Speaking of Xbox, or speaking of Xbox, let's talk about what it actually says, how to play games from Xbox, Steam, Epic, and other services. So it's true. I mean, you're getting crowded in here, Xbox. Basically, it's just a handheld Windows device, as I said it would be. It's just a branded ROG. If you already have a library of Xbox games, you'll see them appear right in the Xbox full screen experience that launches from the first turn on the device. But that's not quite true. Using the left sidebar, okay, so it's telling you how to install Battle.net games, how to install Steam. It's all apps anyways. It's all executables. So Steam, because it's actually a PC running 86 code, right, like Windows, it's going to run all your Steam games. You can download them, or you can probably stream them from your Power PC or whatever you use. I'm not a big fan of handhelds unless you travel a lot, as a lot of people are saying. Unless you travel, it's really not worth your money. So the layout's a bit different. It reminds me a bit of Windows 8 crap. So you see, you got your Battle.net, you got your Xbox, which again, you can't grab stuff from your library that only plays on the Xbox unless you can stream it. Which, what is the point? I could stream to my phone. Yeah, a controller. You got EA app, you got Epic. So basically, everything is here. But hey, certain games are not going to play, so don't expect the world from this. Not everything is an Xbox. That is bad. So Xbox Anywhere, I think it's really a poor title. I think for basically. So I'm Canadian. Here we go. This is Microsoft's homepage in Canada. The ROG Xbox Ally X costs $1,300 Canadian. That is, now you're getting into a gaming PC, or probably a third-party device that will easily beat out this thing. And does it talk about the specs? No, it's just GamePass. So you need GamePass, of course, to do this. Handheld, free to play anywhere. Bologna, sausage. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Didn't they say Call of Duty wasn't going to be included, but you can play it. So it doesn't talk about the specs. You notice that? Let's go on to the Ally 16 gigs. So that's 24 gigs, 1 terabyte of space, which is not a lot nowadays. In fact, it's not a lot at all. I'm finding I'm running out. I've always had to have more, and 512. So basically, notice the difference. It's like the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. They're trying to model those two. Look at that. Now, find a retailer. Who's going to spend the money on this? Who's going to sell this? 2 retailers. Asus. Like Asus Canada is all online. There's no brick and mortar. Best Buy. Let's check it out. Okay. There it is. Exclusive retail purchase. Is it in stock? Oh, you can finance for $100 a month. People, ratings 3.8. Wow. Okay, so it's a 7-inch, which is smaller than my phone. or just the same size, sorry, as my Ultra 24. See that? AMD Ryzen Z or Z2 for you Americans, 24 gigs of RAM. It doesn't say whether it's DDR4 or 5, 1 terabyte SSD, exclusive retail partner. It's in stock, available to ship October 21st. So it's not in stock immediately. Wants to pay. Look at the protection. $240. Basically a quarter of the price. 2 years protection. But wow, are they ripping people off? Wow. Okay, let's look at a bit of the. So it doesn't. Okay, so it's LPDDR5, so that's confirmed. The processor, I've seen a few reviews. They say it's not bad, but you can get better through other places. 1 terabyte is unacceptable to me, especially at $1,300. So there you go. Windows 11 home operating system. So it is a cut down Windows 11. You don't really have to cut down at this. Windows 11 will operate fine. An 80-watt battery. I'm surprised it doesn't have Wi-Fi 7, but it has 6E. Not bad. Bluetooth 5.2 instead of 5.3. One Type-C support USB 4. So it's probably the older. Yep, 40 gigabyte USB 3 Type 10 2. So it's a 40 gigabit per second. It could probably do out by default. I believe that does out to the TV. Wow. So the processor speed, there we go, is 2 gigahertz. Processor cores 8, 24 megabytes of cache. It's only a 1080, 120 hertz screen. I was thinking you'd get like 1440p at that price. Touchscreen, yes. It's only 500 nits. That's not bright enough. FreeSync is a given. It's made by AMD. So you do have a micro SD card reader for upgradable memory, but you're going to have to get the super fast memory. That's super expensive. Thunderbolt 4, okay. It's only DisplayPort 1.4, so you're only going to get 4K, maybe 30 frames a second if you dock this thing. Okay. I mean, it's... who cares? All right, so let's go look at... Oops. What is Asus selling it for? Wow. That's... okay. What are they selling it for? Come on, Asus. Where's your pricing? Oh, I could get a case, buddies. Cheers. Got the old one up here for $1,100. Oh, that's ridiculous. I don't see a price. Included in price. What price? Where do I... okay, well, I don't... maybe I'm blind, folks. Sorry if I'm blind. I do not see actual price here. Asus website. Specs. Price. Okay, I see laptop. Okay, look at that, folks. Who cares, right? All right, let's go on to there. Look, we got 4 people selling this. So we've already checked out Best Buy. Let's check out Amazon, my favorite. What does it cost? $800. What are the specs? Now, $800 is probably going to be standard everywhere. Right, let's go back to here. Let's check it out on here because it's like, yeah, $800, 3.5. Let's look at the tech specs from here. Specifications. The Z2A, 2.8 gigahertz. So it's only got 4. So the other one had 8 cores, 16 thread. This only has 4 cores. Nothing. They don't sell 4 cores anymore, people. They don't sell them in CPUs anymore. Only has 6 megabytes versus 24. The screen appears to be the exact same from what we can see. 520 DDR5 for SSD. RAM is 16 gigabytes. They don't really tell you how fast a speed that is. That's not acceptable. They do not have, from what I see here, wow, they don't have USB 4, so they don't have what? No, they only have 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports. So wow, okay, so the other one, and that is for $500 less, folks. Gigantic ripoff. This is not a real Xbox. Xbox did not design this. Likely, they probably only collaborated. You can get this tech in other devices, which I would recommend, and you could probably just put Linux or Windows 11 itself on there and do exactly what this is doing here, minus their cool bigger screen, which I'm sure they're going to release regardless coming up. So, folks, what do I think of this? What are my opinions? As I said on my other shorts and my other videos, the ROG Ally X is a waste of money, especially in Canadian dollars and US dollars. I think it's a technology that's not worth buying. I am not a handheld guy. When I owned my Switch, I would rarely take it anywhere. I don't travel enough. I mean, sometimes people, you might take the bus all the time. I think this is a worthy purchase. I don't at all. I think it's a gigantic waste of money. I think Xbox is really dooming itself to irrelevancy. I don't know why you're doing this, Xbox. I already found the money glitch. That's just IMO, in my opinion, money glitch. You don't sue me, Xbox. But look, people, go. I bet you in the US it's the same thing. Go get. If you still want to be a fan, frankly, if I were working, I would sell off 2 of my Xboxes. If I got 3. And I would buy a PS5. That's where I'm at. Anyways, you guys take care. Love you all. Enjoy your day. Peace.